I'm Patrick Towell. I'm co-founder and joint chief executive of a company called Gallant Media Ventures, and we're an innovation agency that work in the creative industries.
I'm Mandy Berry, and I'm the other co-founder and joint chief executive of Gallant Media Ventures. Of course, if you've got the kernel of a great idea, you're not going to get it off the ground unless you talk to other people. You need to share that idea. People who are afraid of people stealing their ideas and hold them to themselves, well, that's great, but you'll have a secret idea forever and it won't happen.
When you're building up the network of people that you need to make an idea happen, there are occasions when the networks that you really need don't quite exist. And that's where you or someone you know needs to have some convening power. Because you need to bring together the set of different people that you want.
But also, to make it happen, you need to network, you need to share, you need to be able to talk about it, and you need to network to find the right contacts.
So this could be creating a meetup and inviting all these interesting people that you'd really like to meet, and you'll find that in fact they probably want to meet you and each other, and there's a way of constructing that, and now we have various Meetup and other platforms online that can enable those real physical interactions to happen.
I'm Helga Henry, I'm Director of Creative Shift. We help businesses, particularly creative and cultural businesses, grow and develop. Something that's really important to do, I think, for SMEs is to network and to mix with people outside of your sector. It's great to have specialist knowledge and specialist support, but actually the inspiration, new thinking, new ideas and new approaches that you get by mixing, say, if you're in the creative sector, with people in the pharmaceutical sector, with medics, with scientists, with engineers.
I've always firmly believed that, in the creative industries today, you can't just know about film or just know about TV or just know about games. To actually create really innovative products and services, you need to understand quite a lot of different sectors in the industry.
I'm Catherine Nathan and I'm a partner in Ratchet Films, and there are two of us, 50-50 partners, and we are a production company. I would say whatever your business is, the most important thing is to know your audience and to know who you're trying to target and what they want. And I think so many people, whether it's in a media capacity or not, just forget to put themselves in the shoes of other people who you're trying to reach. And really understand what their own challenges are every day, what they respond to, what they connect with, and what they need. It's kind of less about you and more about the people you're trying to reach. And I would say, just keep focused on that.
My name is Steve Carsey. I'm the Director of Television and Online for Sassy Films. In that capacity, I oversee the development and creative strategy for all our broadcast operations across traditional TV and online platforms. At the end of the day, if we don't have a pipeline of new opportunities and contracts and development relationships and development opportunities, the business will ultimately dry up and no one will be working here. So I spend most of my time essentially generating and trying to deliver new business. How we approach new business development varies depending on which sector we're talking about. It's about relationships, it's about networking, it's about knowing the right commissioning editors and having the industry intelligence, knowing what broadcasters are looking for, knowing where the gaps in the schedules are, knowing where the opportunities are coming, and responding to those opportunities.
All the work that we do is based on personal relationships. Those need to be nurtured, and honesty, transparency, and a level of trust is required for all of those things. It's just that face-to-face, and it's just the honesty and the personal relationships that are the most important for all small and medium businesses.
There are lots of networks out there that small companies can go to. In most towns and cities, there are networks of creative companies, and organisations, obviously like Creative England, have their own networks, and networks are very welcoming.
There are some really good groups on LinkedIn. At the moment, there's a group I'm a member of about financing of computer games and financing of graphic novels. And it's a really interesting mixture of those two different parts, and that's two networks who don't normally talk to each other. And occasionally, if you can come up with a good enough idea for a morning or an evening event, then you can actually, in a sense, pitch your idea, but actually maybe have some other content around it, which makes it interesting for people to come. Sometimes you can piggyback off the back of other networks, sometimes you can create the set that you need.
It's increasingly said that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I actually think it's both. It's both what you know and who you know. There are a lot of myths about networking, that it's only about sales, that companies work just in silos. But I think that companies who have a really rounded network, companies who know all sorts of different people and can be interesting and interested in a range and variety of ideas, are really well equipped to grow in this economy. That's how all SMEs can really punch above their weight